What's up, beautiful people? We're back again. Got a lot of people here with me, and obviously they paying me no attention. But we got a lot coming in. This is Black Love, episode 3 of Black History Month. Let's get into it.
I'm good, I just be up in my thoughts, say, yeah. Don't feel sorry for me. No pity parties for me. New pins, new Ferraris for me. For the list of my regrets, no more sorries for me.
Yeah.
Hey.
Man, we're back. This is episode 5.
Cinco.
Episode 5, Cinco. This is I'm gonna take y'all back with this. This is the Ed Cota episode. Anybody knows Ed Cota is my favorite UNC basketball player ever.
Interesting.
He's why I started playing point guard to begin with. But got a lot of people today. Boy.
All right.
Got a lot of people here with me today. Let's get the introductions. I have my beautiful, intelligent, sexy, all of that. She found it. You know what? But I have Ashleigh, the girlfriend Ashleigh, with us today.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm really happy to be here on your podcast.
All right. Next to her, we got the homie, the friend, a decade in. What's up, Nee?
What's okay? Rufio. We in there.
All right. And to the left of me, we got Bri. Bar. Y'all missed it. That's the bar. We got Bri.
Hi.
Bri, my bad. I should have went to Chris because we got Chris.
We do got Chris.
We got Chris. We got Misfit Chris, and this is Miss Misfit. Miss Misfit.
I like that.
Misfit Bri.
Yeah.
So man, we got a lot.
Misfit C and Misfit Bri.
But that's why you the rapper.
That's I'm doing. I'm
Look
holding
at
it
you.
down.
Look at you.
I may have to move him off. I may have to move him up on my 1,000 rappers list.
Oh shit.
He may,
Wow.
he may make it into 1,000.
I should have been in that
K-list.
top 5, but we'll talk about that later.
You weren't even in your own top 5.
Man,
That is
I have to be
hilarious.
humble.
Shit.
You in your top 6 though.
I have humility. So
Honorable mention. Anyway, lot to kind of get into today. You know, lot going on. But what's the 411?
Yo, what's up with the news?
Let's get into the
What's up
news. The 411. Malcolm and Marie, tell me y'all caught the movie.
I did.
did I ever?
I mean,
I watched. I mean, you were there.
I was there. Well, you know,
Right.
we watched.
We gotta clap it up for Chris. He was on time
I'm
with
about
the
to say, I
assignment.
need a round of applause.
Hey, round of applause for Chris.
Y'all know
really late.
Yeah.
I normally
He hasn't
either
watched
late
it.
or don't watch.
He never.
Oh, okay.
He
So
never-
the
he-
fact
he-
that I watched this movie, I enjoyed it.
He watched it before me.
He watched it before us.
You watched it without me.
I think.
Oh,
you watched
wait,
it
wait.
first.
What happened?
And
Wait,
that should be noted.
so,
Yeah.
so did you end up watching it or?
No,
seen
he
it.
told. I asked him. I said, "Do I need to watch it?" And he goes, "No, you don't."
She don't need to see it.
He probably was right because
Me
nothing
either.
good,
She-
nothing productive.
For sure.
He knows
Exactly.
I love
See,
you.
Don't need
there
to
it
see it with me.
There it is. Like,
She don't
no,
need to see it with me for sure.
no,
I
you
think
know
it's
what?
a good movie to watch with your significant other.
I agree.
It's it for us. It was a moment to kind of see some stuff you didn't necessarily like about yourself and be able to receive it from a non-biased, non-involved party.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
be like, oh, I do that, and now that I'm looking at it, that shit fucked up.
I do like how they was able to like be so real with each other and
Very.
like talk to each other, even though it was harsh sometimes,
Yeah.
and just be like, "Look, bro,
Harsh. It was mad
you
disrespectful.
narcissistic, sadistic,
was
son
Man.
of a- like I hate you." But like,
So was it fun to watch toxic stuff
I
on
didn't.
TV?
I thought y'all banned the word toxic.
I didn't
like
think it was
5
toxic.
episodes
That's
ago.
why I asked.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I didn't think it was toxic.
I be watching.
Because it wasn't toxic because they were able to be open and honest about all
Absolutely.
the stuff that was bothering them and plaguing them. They weren't hiding anything.
Yeah.
They didn't pull any punches. So that was
Oh,
authentic.
he definitely pulled.
I think it was
toxic.
okay.
I mean,
Oh,
he was throwing haymakers. He
Man.
was out there.
Boy,
he
he
was.
was-
I mean, and
I
they
love
both
you, but I
were.
don't need you.
But I feel like
Want me
one.
out?
Yeah.
What I enjoyed
That's
about
the
it is the
death
fact
blows.
that I even said during the movie, I was like, man, I wish we could do that. Like the way they were arguing and
Define we.
Oh wait.
You and I.
I don't
What other we is it?
I
Like,
don't.
Together
I would
for
never
always.
want to participate in that type of exchange.
But let me
of
clarify.
dialogue.
Let me clarify. I'm not saying I want to argue with you. I'm saying that in moments
let's
of
go home and
disagreement,
argue
in moments
tonight.
because it was one particular scene where he was just like, it came to a head that he was wrong, and they just like he's accepted being wrong, and they moved on from it. It was like, it didn't go into a I'm wrong. Well, see, that's what I was talking about. You've been arguing me the whole time. It just ended right there. It was just like,
He was just like,
now it went into another argument.
Yeah.
But,
Of course it did.
but that more, it just stopped. It was just like, you right. You won this one. I was wrong.
Yeah.
My B. And I think that's a lot of times what's kind of hard for people.
It is.
I don't want to let's not ruin the movie.
Why for Ashley?
For Bri.
I think it was
For
pretty
Bri.
good.
Because
I mean, for
obviously,
Bri, I'm sorry. I
obviously it
apologize.
was, it's Chris' fault. But let's kind of move
She
into
alright.
it. Also in the news,
Good.
Aunt Jemima finally changed the actual brand.
Retired.
Aunt Jemima is now Pearl Milling Company, which I hate to say it.
Doesn't even look as appetizing.
It looks just as racist.
Because who gets pancakes from a milling company?
I don't know. Like, what is?
And
Milling
who is
Company?
Pearl?
Mama Pearl.
Damn, I ain't think about that.
Who is Pearl?
Oh,
Who is
Pearl.
They ain't milling no pearls or pancakes. I don't trust it.
That,
Hashtag cancel.
wow.
The cancel culture is
Just
real.
that quick.
Unsatisfied.
Okay.
But no, that's real big that they said they were going to do it. I wish they had sent out suggestions because I would have told them Pearl Milling Company ain't it.
That ain't it.
They should have asked us what we wanted.
They should have.
I am tired of people trying to fix black problems and don't ask black people.
They probably asked black people.
And
They
they were
just
in a
probably
room.
asked the black people
That was in the
Who
room.
thought Pearl Milling Company was the right move?
They probably asked the black people who ain't invited to their own family barbecue.
Yeah, they
They don't. They probably asked the black people who
just worked up.
patron Cracker Barrel.
Oh, stop it.
Even though I like the pancakes.
So
Whoa,
I just heard
feel
some stuff
attacked
about- I
because
just found out. I was just educated about Cracker Barrel literally last night.
please
Wait
don't
a
ruin the
minute.
pancakes to me. I
Ruin it.
really
I-
love them.
I
Don't
can
do
make
that.
pancakes better. Go
I
ahead.
am very conflicted because what I learned about Cracker Barrel and the origin of why it's called that, it makes me not want to go there ever again.
I
Do
can't
y'all
have
know?
No, guy.
No, I don't
have
even.
no idea.
I don't think I even want to know.
Okay, so
My mama
hopefully
ain't
I
never
don't
liked that
mess
place.
this up too bad. But basically, obviously, we know that cracker is a term that was used to define white people, and the barrel
Because they be salty.
they would sell whips. They would sell whips in barrels, right, at the little country store. Hence the name Cracker Barrel. And if you look closely at the Cracker Barrel logo, you'll notice that there is a whip
It sure
going
is.
around from the top to the bottom. And there's a white man sitting next
I
to
was
a barrel.
blinded by the pancakes. I never
And
saw
them
the
biscuits.
well.
I don't
You
even
know
go in there.
what?
I never even had the
You know what?
biscuits.
Them
If
biscuits.
if you wanna hide something from black people,
Put it in a pancake.
put it in some food. Yeah. Listen here. Let's be honest. Let's
in
be
some food.
honest.
We gonna eat.
Listen, I mean, I had experience at Cracker Barrel with my mom years ago.
That just destroyed me.
Years
go
ago,
there.
Black History
but hey,
Month.
it is what it is.
I don't even go there. But
then,
let's be happy.
Well, okay, look,
Let's be
let's
happy.
move from Cracker Barrel.
Let's be happy for a
Oh,
second.
Will?
Let's go into some good news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
The Best Man is getting a series.
I'm happy about that. I
I'm
get to
really
see it.
happy about that. I feel like every actor and actress, excluding maybe Regina Hall, but all of them are in the TV portion of their career.
Yeah, as they should be.
So you know what I mean.
But okay.
I think they needed somewhere else to go. I don't think another movie would have been able to like carry
it
whatever
I don't
it would
think
be.
it would have been. I don't know what you would put in a script for a movie.
Well, hello, y'all. Remember, Quentin is getting married. That was supposed to be the next movie.
True.
Yeah, but I don't
And
think that
I
would have been
don't
enough.
think that all these people are in the TV. Well, let me not say that.
All of them
I-
are on TV.
That's fine, but I don't think that's like the revelations of your. Of
Terrence
your career.
Howard is never going to lead a movie again.
Well, that's
Tay
because
Diggs,
he has
we learned in All American is a
He's
terrible
never-
actor.
No,
Who?
you say he's a terrible actor.
Anybody
Who, Tay
agree that Tay
Diggs?
Diggs is a great actor? Anybody raise your hand?
My
I
mom
like
likes
Tay
Tay Diggs.
I didn't
He's
say
great
you
to
didn't like
look
it.
at.
It
So I mean,
I didn't say he was great at.
All I'm saying is, I
he-
think they should have a movie, and I'm kind of disappointed that they're on like
He
a
is
no-name
terrible.
network for this show. Like
I
these
thought-
people.
Peacock is a part of
It's
NBC.
Peacock. That's
What's Peacock?
It's part of
News.
NBC.
That's NBC's.
Is it
streaming.
part of NBC?
Yeah,
It's NBC.
their-
Or
their-
is it NBC?
It's NBC. It's NBC.
She wanna
If
be
it was
streaming
NBC,
network.
then it would be NBC,
It's
not
NBC's
Peacock.
streaming network.
It's
Oh,
like
so
that
you can't even
Netflix.
catch. So you gotta pay to watch it.
No,
You
it's-
can't even
it's
catch
free.
it like on regular. How it's free if it's on streaming?
Well, I mean, the Peacock. I don't. You know what? Y'all
Is
look it up.
Peacock free?
No, you gotta pay for the Peacock.
You do.
You gotta pay
You
for
do have to pay for Peacock most days.
Stop it,
I get my Peacock for free.
girl. My mama
Ooh,
watching. You better.
you gotta
stop.
pay to lay.
Yeah, you right. My bad.
But you know what? But you know what?
In other dumb news,
But you know who getting paid? Possibly
dumb.
Gorilla Glue Girl.
That is hilarious. And she does not like that.
She don't.
She don't want to be called Gorilla Glue Girl.
She
She
what
Put
else
that
did she
goddamn
put-
glue on her head.
Yeah.
Just
Let's
She
call it
put a
heavy
little
duty.
violin you
What she
ain't
was
lying.
extra
thinking,
strength.
from a female perspective, like what was she thinking?
I was thinking. I think she was thinking. I need to get my hair done, and I don't have the proper tools. And she thought that.
She said like she ran out of her normal
Her
product.
normal product.
Yeah, but it's like she didn't even go to her normal product section of the store to replace.
Well, she
what
said she
was
already
out of.
had that in the house.
Yeah, she just did it at home. Like she was like,
So-
"Oh, I need
That's
to
what
spray
she
my.
said.
I need to spray
That's
my
what she
head.
said.
I ran out of my product.
Let me use
Oh,
this.
let me look at this heavy duty extra.
I stand by my statement.
self-adhesive.
By
Like,
I
how
think
do
she
you
did
not
that on
read that
purpose.
label
I
to
think
yourself?
she did it for like. I hate this word, just like y'all hate the word toxic, but I think she did it for clout.
Come on.
Because
And there's
it's
no
like
way
and-
that somebody would think that's a great idea.
And I can kind of agree with you because most black women I know, they get their hair care products from Sally's. Sally's Beauty Supply.
What
Not,
black women
not,
do you
not,
know?
What black
not
women
us. No, you.
It's okay.
You talking about Sarah? You talking about Sarah?
Okay.
Sarah Fina not going up in
How,
there.
a lot of
I mean,
black
I
How
accidentally
many
go in
black
there from
women
time
do
to
you
time.
actually know?
enough.
Don't do that.
But,
What does
okay,
the hair look like?
They ain't even
trying
the
to put
Sally's
nobody
in the
on
hood,
Go ahead,
Chris.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to put nobody
ahead.
in. I was
You
born in
are.
the suburbs. I'm a suburb kid.
You must
They
have been
got
born in the
Sally's in here.
burbs because I was born in the burbs. We ain't even got a Sally's.
Exactly.
Come on,
Shame
come
on
on,
the
Rufio.
suburbs. But anyway, all I'm saying is let me rephrase this. Most black women go to the beauty supply store.
Okay, there you
Thank
go.
you.
But they
Well,
don't go to
yeah,
no
yeah,
Sally's.
You know what? Wait, pause.
I don't like
Applause
that.
for Chris.
Yeah,
Clap
give
for
him-
him.
give him-
He got
give
it
him-
right.
he
He
got
got
it
it
right.
right. He got it
Go to
right.
the beauty supply
Beauty
store
supply store.
for their hair care products.
That's where you get the
Now, what
do-rag
I
from,
wanna
too.
know is
Look at you.
most men go to the department store for Gorilla Glue. So, how do we manage to get
Oh my God.
Gorilla Glue in a beauty supply store?
Well,
I'm a little lost.
Get it from the beauty supply store?
that's what we don't know.
Why
They
didn't
just
she
said
go
she
to the
had
beauty
She
supply
had it.
store?
We don't know.
said she
had
ran
it.
out of
She said she
product.
ran out
So
of that.
why don't
And
you
that
go
she
to the
used
beauty
it-
supply
She
store?
had what was in her house.
Because she was in a sticky
And she-
situation.
Oh no, she's in a sticky situation.
Yeah.
For real now.
Okay, so-
I can't go nowhere like this. She's like,
She shoulda threw on
a hat.
This in the house, maybe it'll work.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
she thought it was a
reminds me
loophole.
of
maybe
A portion
maybe
of our love story that I'll bring up later.
that was a great portion of the
It
love
was.
story.
It was good.
But
Aw.
I think that maybe, we kind of mentioned it off camera. Maybe she was looking for a black girl.
Yeah, a black girl.
hair hack. Maybe
Yeah.
she wanted to go TikTok famous. Instead, she went the dumb as hell famous.
Also, don't buy that.
Y'all think she
How
gonna have
you
it
out
of
here
her
trying
head by the next
to
episode?
advocate and
Hell
champion
no.
for the black woman,
But she is
and you're
getting the
putting
surgery.
industrial
a check.
adhesive? This thing, I'm
Whole
a
seams
crafter.
together.
This stuff is you buy this at Lowe's, Home Depot,
Right.
Walmart.
Shout
I
out
mean,
to
this
Lowe's
isn't
and Home
something
Depot.
that is even close, remotely close in location in the store.
what I'm
It doesn't
saying.
even. It says adhesive.
Yeah,
that means
lying.
it puts things together. It doesn't say
And it's
edge
pictures on it.
control.
It's
It
pictures
doesn't
on
say. She did that.
And she was
These are
like,
this
I
is my
would never
point.
do this on purpose.
She's a liar.
Oh,
All right.
straight to
I
the
would
point.
never
All
do this
right.
on
Okay.
purpose.
Well,
I
look, man, let's get on off of Gorilla Girl. Even
Dum
though I
dum.
would
Don't call her Gorilla Girl.
Mrs.
Just call
Brown.
her-
Gorilla
Miss
Glue
Brown.
Girl?
Yeah.
My bad, I did say Gorilla Girl.
call it Gorilla
Oh
Girl.
yeah,
Can't do that.
Hey, don't hashtag cancel me. Okay.
You know what?
Don't hashtag
I didn't even notice you said that.
I mean, cause y'all understood, but
Did we?
but anyway,
Did
but
we?
no.
That's what she's attached to.
Let's get into
get into
it,
the
man.
meat of it, huh?
Why we're here? Why I have my
Your
special
love?
friend. If I died now, I look. Listen, let me tell you a quick,
Tell the story.
quick little story. I said, if something was to happen to Ashleigh, I was like, hey, you need to make it clear, make sure your people know I will not be the special friend in the obituary. Do not
Aw.
list me as a special friend. You better figure out something else, some other way of describing me. But I'm not trying to be the special friend. She is survived by her special friend. I ain't no damn special friend.
Yes, you
man.
are.
No, I ain't no special friend. But anyway, we talking about
That's hilarious.
we talking about that thing called love today.
Oh, yeah.
We're back in this is Love Happy. My2Centz on black love. So yeah, we got a kind of a lot to kind of talk about. It's love. Love is so deep. Love is so, everybody has their own definition of love. I mean, things of that sort. But
so out of all of that, what would be the most important aspect of love? Bri, could you answer that? What would be your most important aspect?
Okay, so I think the most important aspect is one people really don't think about, but the fact that love is an action word, so it's an action.
Deep.
Yeah.
Okay, action word.
Well, what about you, Ash?
Oh, so hashtag controversy. I think love is liberating. I think when people are in love and they feel captive, if they feel restricted, then they are not in a loving situation. Love is very freeing. It's very liberating. I agree with Bri. It is an action word. It's something that flows. I think that if you are having a lot of friction or a lot of just putting forth a lot too much effort, exhausting effort, then you may need to
let that be.
Board,
I mean, what do you think, Nee? I mean, this is like, what do you think?
I think if I like you, you should like me back. That's about as simple as I got.
Period.
That's it.
Period.
That's all I got right now. I just don't know. I just don't know what that is. I like to do what I do. You do what you do. We figure that out together. That's the simplest way I could put that.
Okay.
That's the most important thing.
You
do you. I do me.
Let's get some testosterone in this Q&A. Like, Chris, what do you think is the most important aspect of love?
I think the most important aspect of love is like showing up every day and putting in the work that it takes to maintain love, because love is something that you discover. It's a feeling that you figure out, but in order to maintain it, it's something that you have to keep on coming back to each and every day, and I think that that's what makes it worth it, is the willingness to be able to come back to it each and every day.
Oh yeah, willpower.
I think for me, actually there's two things. I would say the most important aspect of love is self-love, because you have to be connected with yourself. I mean, there are times, I think, we've talked about mental health, and we'll definitely get into detail, as we continue with our episodes. But there are moments to where you may be in a position of wanting companionship. You may be in a position of mistaking lust for love, or whatever the case may be. But that's because you're not in tune with yourself. You're not connected with yourself. You're not loving yourself properly. Or that's maybe why you stay in a bad situation.
Oh, so we read me? We read me, friend?
Listen here. I just
you booking me, friend? What is that?
I just be letting the Lord use me.
Okay.
But I would say, definitely self-love. And then I say another important aspect is that whoever you are with, or even yourself, you understand your love languages. You understand how you need to be loved.
Oh yeah.
And how you show love. I think those things are important, because you can say you don't love me, but that's because I'm not speaking your love language. So I definitely want to talk about love languages.
Okay.
I got with all you guys, and they're like, hey, take this quiz.
That was pressure in a text
send me
message.
a screenshot. So we definitely want to talk about that. Chris and Bri, we'll start with you guys. Based with the love languages. We got Big Spoon and Little Spoon.
That's hilarious.
That's so cute, y'all.
Yeah.
But Chris, kind of run down yours.
So mine is going to be 32% quality time. Do you want me to explain as to why?
Let's just run through them. Yeah,
all right.
let's just run through them a little.
29% for acts of service, 19% for physical touch, 16% for words of affirmation, and 3% for receiving gifts.
That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
And Bri?
Okay, so mine is acts of service at 37% being my top one. Words of affirmation is 23%, which is my second. Following that is quality time at 23%. Then receiving gifts at 10%, and physical touch at 7%.
I'll tell you what was really interesting in seeing this is that one, Bri, you had 3 high numbers. Like, you had your what was it, 37% and 23%. There was really was kind of eye opening. That you had so much there. But I kind of want you guys to kind of take your top. Let's talk about the top 2, and talk about your bottom 2, and kind of explain that. Chris, we can start with you.
All right, so my top 2, quality time and acts of service.
I'm sorry, your top 1 and your bottom 1.
My top 1 and my bottom 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so my top 1, quality time, is basically just for me. I'm more so of a person that anything that I do in my personal life, I'm okay with you being involved in it. And I value spending time with my significant other, so that's why that's so big for me. We don't even really have to be doing anything except maybe just sitting in the room chilling. You may be doing your personal interests, and I'm doing my personal interests, but we're in the same place, and that's something that's really important to me. So I aspire to have, I'm happy I have a partner that values that just like I do, because that means I get my love language category fulfilled.
Right.
So
that's so sweet. So that doesn't qualify as clingy.
Yeah,
I just want to put that. I just want to make sure I understand that.
It's not clingy because that person wants you to be around. Okay. It's clingy when you're not wanted. Your energy is not wanted.
It's
but
clingy
you're still
when quality time is at the your
bottom.
lowest.
It's your 3%.
It's your 3%, and you keep. Okay. I ain't trying to be around you like that.
Okay. Right. I just want to make sure.
But then your bottom one was.
My bottom one is receiving gifts.
Right?
Like, all right. Granted, I like a gift every now and then. I'm human. I do like gifts, but at the same time, like showering me with gifts and trying to overwhelm me with things, that's not what really wows me, because you can give me gifts just because you're resourceful. But when you spend your time with me, that means you're giving me a piece of your life, and that's a little bit more valuable to me than receiving a gift. Although I do appreciate gifts, and Valentine's Day is coming, so anything that you have bought, don't return it. But that's just
come on, disclaimer. Come on, disclaimer.
But I throw that out there.
But yeah, so let's get into Bri. You had acts of service 37%. That's a big number. And it's interesting that physical touch, don't touch me, 7%. So let's talk acts of service. Why is that? Why is that a big thing for you?
So was pretty ironic for Chris, because I'm actually like a very I'll do it myself person. And I honestly, in all irony,
whatever,
think that's why.
It
is so
I'm
high.
sorry. Can you repeat it? I was so distracted.
Oh no, you're good. Okay, so act of service. It's actually ironic to Chris that it's act of service is my highest one, because like I'm a very I'll do it myself, I don't need help. But ironically, that is why it's my top one, because I need help, but I'm not gonna ask for it. But I want it. So I'm the type of person, you just gonna have to do it for me. Like you can't don't wait around and ask me to do it. Do it for me.
We have
okay.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say.
I think so. This is a thing for Cameron is Cameron wants to be asked he wants me to ask him to do things, and I never noticed that I never asked anybody for anything until him. So I will say a simple example, like I want water, like a glass of water. Babe, you want to get me some water as opposed to, babe, can you bring me some water, right? But and I think to Bri's point, a part of that is I don't necessarily, obviously you can't be a mind reader, but I want you to be so aligned with me that you anticipate my needs.
Oh, wow.
That's a lofty expectation.
Oh, that's deep.
But
it isn't
like that. That's aggressive.
Because there are certain, but I think there are certain things that you can anticipate as a partner. There's certain things you can anticipate, when I know when you go get in the shower, you're not going to grab a towel. But you don't grab a towel because I have always made sure you had a towel when you get in the shower, right? So that's kind of, the way that works. So you can anticipate, but then at the same time, from my perspective is, ask me to do something for you. I don't mind. No, I do not want to go get you some water. But if you want me to, definitely. There's a completely different thing. So ask me the question that you want. Ask me the question that you want. That you want.
Just for the record, I did ask you a very clear, flat question today.
I'm ready to see y'all.
And you hit me with a hard no.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, and it's cool. Sometimes it's like that. So I mean, but
I'm
I think
trying to figure out how you go to the bathroom without a towel.
I know. I mean,
That
I don't.
tickles me.
No, when I get in the shower, I don't grab a
just
towel.
hop
I
in
mean,
the
if he's
shower and
not
I'm just
there,
like-
then obviously I just step. No one's there, so I step in the
Yeah,
shower
yeah,
and
yeah,
get the towel
respect.
later. But he'll,
I just found that to be funny and
grab
cute.
the towel.
Make
I
sure
think
she got
that's
the towel.
Y'all cute.
I'm curious about you guys'
But
little things now.
okay, let's kind of dive into it. Let's do.
I'm curious
let's
about
do,
yours. 'Cause that's funny.
girlfriend Ashleigh and boyfriend Cameron.
That's your nicknames?
We've called each other that since the beginning. Like her name in my phone is girlfriend Ashleigh.
Likewise.
Was it
Um,
girlfriend Ashley before she was girlfriend Ashley?
Of course not, because she wasn't girlfriend Ashley.
So it's gonna change at some point.
No, I
I'm
think she'll
assuming.
forever be girlfriend Ashley, like name only.
Ah.
Why y'all attacking me? This ain't
We're
about
not
me,
atta-
bro.
we're
Let's
not
get
attacking
into
you.
this. Okay,
First
so
of
we got
all-
love languages. Obviously, I'll go with mine. Physical touch, 33%. Quality time, 23%. Receiving gifts, 20%. Acts of service, 13. Words of affirmation, 10. I think is receiving gifts was actually used to be the lowest of the low. For me, but
Until you start getting some
but obviously
great
that is the way it
gifts.
actually
my.
shows love.
It
as
is.
you can
Yeah.
see. So go
Yeah.
ahead, babe.
So mine are going to be, which is interesting. Can I just this quick caveat?
Okay, go ahead.
This is not what my percentages were before our relationship.
Right.
Okay. So at 32%, it's
Okay.
receiving gifts, 29% acts of service, which was my former number one. Words of affirmation, 19, quality time, 13, and physical touch, 6, which will always be at the bottom of my list. As was
I-
Acting
Bree.
Wait,
like
I
y'all
see.
don't like to be touched.
You
No,
know
it's-
what?
It's
It's
Wait,
not-
wait, pause. Let's go to knee. If this is important, let's go to knee. And
Where we going to knee?
Look at the bottom of the cat. So let's run down yours real quick.
Okay, so quality time 33%. Acts of service is going to be 30%. Words of affirmation 17%. Receiving gifts 17%, which makes sense because I would like for you to always tell me stuff and or send me a gift. That's
Right.
like a gift to me if you tell me something that you appreciate me for. So I think that's accurate to me. Yeah, that physical touch 3%. I can touch you. Don't touch me all the time. Like
Especially in
I don't
public.
yeah, especially in public.
'Cause
Now,
I'm
I
private.
I do like a good ass grab.
But
every
you
now
want
and
to
then.
hold hands.
I do
Depends
not.
how many
Touch
people
touch my
around,
little ass.
though,
Let me know.
like-
Let me know
Hey,
what's there.
hey,
Let me know I'm working with something.
That's
Hey,
different.
Hey, can we give a shout out to all the ass grabbers out there?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? No, all the
We're a strong
I know
community.
I apologized a couple weeks ago for all the asses I grabbed in middle school. So I still want to apologize for those.
Yeah.
I got to because I mean
That was inappropriate.
that was
ass.
inappropriate. I
How
was
was-
Yeah,
I was out here.
it took me a minute to
I
actually
blame Millie in
appreciate
the tip
that though.
drill
now.
video. I really do because it was his fault because I just thought.
But yeah, I think
You should've went
quality
to bed
time is
earlier.
important. That was on my
Late
list.
watching
Who
Uncut.
else had
it
quality
came on
time?
Saturday.
I
You
had
had
quality
quality
time at the
time.
top. That was my.
I
one.
find. Let me tell you what I find
That was my
interesting
one.
about this is that for the fellas, quality time and it's always going to be a big thing for us. I feel, and like I said, for me, receiving gifts was never a big deal because I was always the gift giver. You know, I never. To be honest, until Ashleigh.
Oh,
I have never really gotten a gift that I liked. You know, I mean, like,
Say it again for all the girls in your past in the back.
come on with the shade.
On a sunny day.
look, I'm not
That's
touching that
hilarious.
one. I'm not touching that one.
Don't even go there for
But
it.
look, but no, it's just a fact that I was always the gift. So that number has definitely come up. Because she be buying gifts. And so I mean that's and then now I understand how that feels because I have received gifts that I actually genuinely liked.
Yeah.
I got to shout out Chris just recently.
I'm about to say.
Oh, yeah, Chris
this
did
is- I was about to say.
Chris
yeah.
did help me out on a gift that
Aw.
I'll say this. My love language to project, like how I love on people, is to buy them gifts. That doesn't mean I always know the perfect gift to buy. So, and with guys, you typically want to get them like cologne or just something like real simple. And I'm like, let me ask Chris, like, what could I get him as an accessory for his PS5? I didn't get the extra controller. You had already bought that, you know.
She didn't get the PS5. You had already bought that.
Oh, the one he was trying to resell.
Speak on it.
I was gonna
The one
give
he
you
was
your
trying to
prize.
resell. You little velvet banana.
No, here's what's did you call
I did.
What is that? Is that velvet?
Don't do it like
No,
that.
what's funny is that we in our group,
But at least I had the bandwidth to identify that I didn't know what would you.
That's
I
funny.
went to
did.
somebody that
What's
would
funny
know.
is in our group chat with the fellas, we all had a conversation about let's get odds right now. Let's make a bet. This girlfriend buying the
Go buy the
PS5.
PS5.
And so I just sent it in, list everybody's name, and everybody was like, Ashley definitely get the PS5. I was like, y'all don't know. Hell no.
They
She's
do
not buying.
not
She
And
was.
they was like,
me.
they was like, bro, she got you a MacBook. That's exactly
She
why
did.
she's not getting me a PS5. I'm not
That's
getting a PS5.
funny.
I'm gonna be buying it myself. I
That's
bet on you,
funny.
Bree. Technically, Bree didn't buy it, but you did find it. You know,
I
you
bought
did
it for myself.
I know, but you
Technically, I
You
found
did.
mine. I actually
Bree.
found
But
my
I
own.
was-
She put in effort to help me find it, but I found it.
Okay.
But
I got mine first.
Yeah.
And because somebody doesn't know how to share things because he's the only child.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
That was
Now,
an attack.
Whoa.
I let him.
All three of these
I let
people
him. I let
kinda sorta
him.
rolled.
Nigga,
Flag
you,
on the
feel how, you
play.
see how she did it?
Flag
though?
on
You
the
know
play.
what's crazy is that I felt attacked, but I am the oldest of 4 children, so my
No,
my
really?
sisters
I got my
are gonna
only
watch
child
this and be like,
slash
"Oh, word?"
everybody right here.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I just can't
You
do it.
attack
So,
her, you attack me, you attack her
Okay.
so
well,
can I ask a question? Do you guys think your mates kind of like speak your love language?
oh.
What? Go ahead.
So-
what you gotta say?
I think that one, I just want to, just for clarity, love languages are fluid.
Right.
So whatever it is today, obviously, is not what it's going to be later.
Later.
I was never a person that was. I wouldn't say never. I would say in my last significant relationship, that person was a gift giver, but I was lacking in other spaces. So when I transitioned out of that relationship, I knew, don't give me gifts because you're
Yeah,
gonna try
you
to
gonna-
give me
you
gifts
gonna-
in place of what I really want.
Yeah.
But now that I'm being fulfilled in other places, I'm like, oh my God, give me a gift.
Yeah,
I
what
like
my
gifts.
What my gift is?
So that has, that
me my money.
that has become number one.
Okay, I
What
can
was
understand that.
previously number one was acts of service. I love for people to do things for me.
Oh, yeah.
Small things like bring me water, like get my towel. Something that Cameron does, he doesn't do often, but he does sometimes that I really, really appreciate is he puts my my robe in the dryer while I'm in the shower. So when I get out, my robe
That is so
warm.
freaking. Oh.
And I love that. I love every time he does
Yeah, y'all
that.
can take that one. Y'all can take that one.
Another act of service that, no shade, I have to ask for, but he does it all the time, is when I do my twist out, he always like oils my scalp after the twist out. So I like things.
Get out there, Cam.
Hey,
Okay,
but
I see.
look,
Keep me moisturized, babe.
I should write. I'm gonna write a book.
You should.
I'm gonna write a book.
Cam's love language. What are
free
we calling
game.
it? Free
So
game.
I
Free
think
game. This is
so. I was surprised myself that receiving gifts had come to number one, above acts of service.
I
but
mean-
they're pretty tight.
I mean, 'cause
that's
I be-
what I was looking at.
I mean,
on
but
your phone.
I be buying like good presents.
Yeah,
You
I
do,
like
you
that.
do. You give really good gifts. You
You know.
listen.
Cause I mean, just for you know,
Okay.
don't mean to toot my own horn, but I did win Christmas.
Not win Christmas.
I
Is that a
won.
thing?
It's
I
a
won.
thing.
I won first year.
Says the guy who says I make everything a competition.
I won. No, because this is why I made it a competition, because she was talking so. I am the best gift giver.
I am, I do
and blah
give
blah.
good-
And I was just like,
I'm a
fam,
thoughtful
you
gift
ain't, you
giver.
ain't.
First of all, my gift was good. The fact that the vendor had the sizing wrong. I don't so close.
So
And I even
Blame it
said
on the-
maybe we
blame it
can
on the
put it
vendor.
like in a display.
and here's the cool part.
Blame
The
it
cool
on the
part is
vendor.
I wanted it, so I start dropping it on my social media, put it in my story. I know she watching,
And I got
Aw.
and she got it.
That's
right?
hilarious.
But it just happened to not be the.
it
right
just was
size, but
it
it's
was just
cool.
was petite.
Oh, yeah, it
So
was-
she speaks your love language.
No. probably
no. She doesn't.
Oh.
If
But-
you look,
but
I
here's
was
the
more
thing.
opposite.
But-
What's
but
your
he-
number one physical touch?
Yeah,
And
but
my last one
it's
was
physical
physical touch.
touch.
Well, that's
That's
kind
funny.
of the.
That's with them too, huh?
That's kind of and that's kind
His
of
is quality
Nah,
time.
But
my
his is
physical
quality
touch
time.
is
His
like in the
physical
middle.
was-
It was in
okay.
the middle
yeah,
somewhere.
but just the fact that, but it's not that your partner necessarily has to speak your love language. They have to understand your love language.
Of course.
Because she understands quality time, physical touch.
Yeah.
Those are my things. So at the same time, that you have to love me the way, I give love. So yeah, you gonna have to-
Receive.
the way that how I receive love. At the same time, the way I receive love is how I give love, but that doesn't speak to her. So now I have to understand how to love her. So I know that receiving gifts and acts of service, so I have to be mindful of.
But you are though. Can I get to the receiving gifts part when Bri was like, I'm out of, if I'm doing my hair and I'm out of something.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think sometimes people can misconstrue receiving gifts, but like I want extravagant gifts, but it can be something like really small.
It's more free game for y'all, by the way.
I'm listening myself.
So I was flat twisting my hair. Bri, you a natural, you need your dimming brush.
Yes.
My dimming brush popped on me in the middle of my twist out, and I was on the phone with him, and I might say something like, "Oh shit," and he was like, "What happened?" I was like, "My brush is broken. I need to go get another brush, but I can't go in the store, looking crazy." So he comes to my house.
To the Gorilla Glue girl.
Yeah, I just said that. Take notes.
She should have had a man.
She should have had a man,
and she wouldn't have a sticky head. But anyway, shit. Now that I think
Let's
about
relax.
it, now that I think about it, she's probably single as fuck.
Like what?
Anyway, that was nasty. I don't mean it. She
So
probably got a
nasty.
man.
So
He
rude.
probably just blind.
No. Oh wow.
So Cameron comes home with a new dimming brush, and
got the big one,
that
too.
is a good one, like a real dimming, not like the knockoff brand.
Where you bought it?
Sally's.
Because that's the
Sally's
go-to.
Well, listen.
I tell you, man.
Well, listen. The
Sally be having tools. They don't be having weave.
the reality is,
y'all.
so
sick of y'all.
that's I find it really funny because we talk about love languages and the physical touch thing. I feel like physical touch, it gets a bad rap
Because you think sex.
because people think
Of
sex.
course.
I don't think
People
sex.
It took me a minute to be okay with that.
But I think a lot of times
But I don't
people
like
misconstrue like a touch. When I say physical touch, it may be
Break it down, babe.
all right.
What's the two types of touch?
I'm about
Come
to
on,
break it
root
down.
him on.
Well, there's a sexual touch,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a like an intimate,
Romantic.
romantic touch,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a platonic touch.
What up,
we can't
homie?
forget the
We don't
you
know
know,
platonic touch.
but from the
Some friends are kissing friends, not like on the lips. I'm saying you have a friend that may greet you with the kiss.
Oh, like French people. No, like on the cheeks. Like,
The French one.
Bri, I gotta go home with this man, and he know I don't have no French friends.
that's funny. But no, I mean there's a difference, and so I think it gets a bad rap a lot of times because people feel like if I come up and embrace you, that it's a precursor for trying to have sex with you, or
Yeah.
if I come up and grab the ass, shout out to ass grabbers again. But if I come up and just, what I'm saying,
I do mistake that for that.
but I mean, literally, genuinely, it just be like, man,
Push me
you
on.
in here, like you could.
people have a history.
Yeah.
Chris, you
Puts
got a
me-
history?
Puts me
Oh,
on
never
go.
mind.
Are you an ass grabber?
Absolutely.
Look at
Oh.
him. Look at him.
I'm probably the president of the club.
Wait a minute. Cool it.
He probably is.
Like,
No,
I
he
was gonna
probably
say
is.
something, but I'll digress.
But no, I mean, I think it's a difference, and so I think
Probably.
for women, a lot of women don't like physical touch. That's not on their list because I
Yeah.
feel like that it gets a bad rap in that regard.
I think y'all
I
should tell us
don't
about your
know.
physical touches.
I
like
don't know that
first.
that's true. I don't know that lots of women don't like physical touch. I have never saw that option and thought of sex. I've always thought physical touch was affection.
Okay.
And the two types of touches are sexual touches and affection touches. So if I am,
It's all in the
if
mix for
we're
me.
together drinking,
That's definitely sexual.
that's a sexual touch, right?
Is
if I'm rubbing on, right? If I'm trying to get you.
Good, give me that.
I mean, you
Come
did.
on.
You did
You
say your
know you
mama was
want it, just
watching.
don't-
Hey.
So
Your mama,
keep
your
it
mama.
PG.
Wop, get loose.
if I am touching you in a way that the setting is alluding to, I want something sexual from you, or if you are in the bathroom, like I can do this if we drinking. It's like, or I could walk past the bathroom and just rub, just because I want to feel you.
Come
That's
on,
just
come
affection, right?
like
So
reading
I've
a book.
always thought that physical touch was affection. I'm not an affectionate person at all. I don't
I
come from
am.
an affectionate family. I come from a loving family. I'm very caring. I care about people, but you don't have to touch me. I mean, hashtag COVID. Like, it's made
Wait a minute.
my way of life seem so normal.
I don't mind being touched. Like I said, just kind of, per my last relationship, I think once I
That
found
should
out
be
what,
an episode.
no,
Per my last relationship.
per my last relationship, I had to ask. The way you broke down those different touches, I had to ask, and I was okay with asking. But once I understood, oh, okay, this type of touch means this thing. Okay, now I'm not as offended because every time you grab my ass, I'm thinking you trying to knock my brain to the back of the headboard. I don't know what that means.
Your brain.
I needed a helmet like Gina. I didn't know what was going on.
Wow.
I didn't know what was going on. So that's the only thing. I think guys or in relationships, we should always kind of have those communication conversations where we're kind of like, hey, if I do this, this is what this means. Like over time, he learned she never gonna get this towel in here. Let me go ahead and kind of figure this out. Let's talk about it.
Man. Let me just make sure.
You know, it just takes over time. It takes some communication. It's like I'm not doing this on purpose.
And I mean, if you air dry, you ain't got to do laundry. So that's that.
That's a good.
I believe in walking around naked.
That's a good viewpoint though, because like as president of the Ass Grabbers Club,
this guy,
just because you grab ass doesn't mean that you always want to knock your brains to the back of the headboard. I may
That
just
is
be
such
celebrating.
a graphic.
Well, I mean, it's her word. In my case, it's like I literally made grab ass because like I think you're beautiful and I just want to be like, hey, you nice. Let me grab your butt today.
So it's not one of those possessive things that you're doing?
No, it's simply because of the fact that I really appreciate you, I adore you, and like I'm gonna say I love you in the form of a butt grab.
That is hilarious.
I mean, it's almost like, okay, so for example, it could be something simple as you're cooking dinner, right?
Oh yeah,
and you're cooking dinner, and it's, you remember in Baby Boy when he came out the room and she had like cooked the tacos and he was just looking, the house was clean, and he just had that look like damn, you know what I mean? Like she really taking care of me.
You know why?
And
she
what did he
did
do?
that?
He wanted to go hug and kiss her. Like that. That's the
And
immediate.
then
Facts.
Do you know why she did that?
Huh?
Do you know why she did that?
Because he knocked the brains to the headboard.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
got to put it
I cooked the taco. You know what I'm saying?
got
I'm a
to
clean.
put-
I'm a cook.
I'm a cook.
and that's exactly how she said.
So you love it.
But no, I think you know, well, like
Serve it,
I
serve it,
think
serve it.
those things are really important. Being able to speak to each other, you know, in that regard.
What was your acts of service percentage?
Like 13.
Can we pull
I
that
wanna say
up real quick?
we have it again. Yeah, it was.
Oh
13.
wow, it's low.
Yeah.
Wait a
I
minute.
feel like.
because here I'll tell you why it's low.
Well, not that I just so looking at this again, like Nay was saying, it's like, are you speaking your partner's love language? So something that I do often is serve you, right? But that's not even important to you.
Oh,
Not that it's not important, but I could not put so much emphasis on serving you.
Don't you stop. Don't you
and
stop.
put more right. I'm
Don't
not
you
gonna
goddamn
return
stop.
the Valentine's gifts.
Hey.
I'm just saying I could not put as much emphasis on that and put something. put
Oh,
more
and
emphasis on
concentrate
something
somewhere
that
else.
is higher, that you value higher.
I mean, because here's the thing: acts of service, and granted, you know, for those who are listening and watching, if you haven't taken the quiz, 5lovelanguages.com, it's kind of important. But the way they ask the questions, it's, you know,
Would you rather?
would you pick between
That
two
kinda
things,
pissed me
right?
off.
And the fact that
Real
you're picking
talk.
between two things, would you? Because like I said, physical touch is my thing. So if you ask me a question, your partner, you know, even when they're tired, they help you out. Versus, I feel close to my partner when I give them a hug. Yeah, I like to hug. I'm you know. So so it's not that I don't like acts of service, because I think acts of service could be one of those things that kind of like we were saying about receiving gifts. How mine is up now because by being with you, and if acts of service has been something that has been consistent, so maybe I don't value it, but if it was gone, I would value it. You know, just kind of like now
Oh, that's a good point.
you know, now that it's missing, you know, yeah, I would feel really good if my partner did that. You
Right.
know, and so it'll elevate it.
okay.
You know, kind of on the list.
That makes sense.
But let me ask this, because this is not necessarily this is not, I won't say necessarily, this is not a relationship episode.
No.
We're talking about love, right?
Right.
So the you know, I don't know about y'all, but I love my friends. you know.
Yeah.
I love my friends too. Shout out to my friend circle.
My friends, real friends, better than
Does your friend circle even watch my podcast?
They do.
Wait a minute.
Shout out to the one person I know that's gonna watch because she loves you as much as I love you.
Because she's my family.
And that's my DD who bought me this necklace. Hey
Anyway.
DD.
But anywho, hey
Don't.
D.
Salty.
I'm missing.
I love my DD,
I'm
but I
messing,
love
that's
my
fine.
friend circle.
Okay, cool.
That my friends are
So
important to me.
do love languages apply to friendships?
Absolutely.
I think they can.
I-
I don't think that they should. I don't like putting that much emphasis on them. I mean,
I think
because there's people you talk to for certain things. There's people you deal with certain things. I know that I can take this friend with me to this particular restaurant, but I got to take old girl over here to the restaurant.
But is that necessarily
like
does
different
that necessarily
friendships.
relate to the love language?
To me? Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I'll
does.
say this. I
not
say
finna buy-
maybe it doesn't apply because when it comes to like we talked about the fellas, Chris, there's nothing about. I'm never gonna show that I love you by touching you, bro. I'm not gonna hug you.
And I
I'm not
have
gonna
none.
grab your ass. I'm not gonna.
I
have
don't expect you
absolutely
to.
no
But
desire.
y'all
You
may
know
not
what?
share.
But-
y'all may not share a sexual or
Yeah,
an
there's a
affectionate
difference.
touch, but you may share like a friendly touch. So
That's
if
what
y'all,
the fist
We
bump
don't.
if
probably is.
y'all right, a
don't.
fist
So
bump
y'all don't
or a
fist bump
dap or
high five?
something.
Dap?
We don't, because it's like
I think that your love languages apply to your friends
well,
because
I
it's
think-
it's love. It's not romantic.
I'm saying
So,
that's what we're talking about.
in
Maybe
either-
yours do for us. Quality time.
and physical touch, because in either one of our cases, I've been friends with Cam since like 2008, and a majority of that time we've lived in two different cities. So quality time, no. Physical touch, hell no. So
Oh my God.
in that case,
Why does 2008 feel like yesterday?
for real.
I have no idea why it feels
Nah,
yesterday. It
no,
was
not
yesterday
for
for me.
But in when you look at it from that perspective, like I don't have to be in the same vicinity as this man. You know, we can still remain friends. We can still have conversations as if we just spoke yesterday. But no quality time, no physical touch. I just know that this is a person that I can depend
But
on.
that
and
is
have
that
similar
may
interests
be
in other
quality. That's what I'm
areas.
saying.
That
That may
probably
be
is like an
quality
act of
time.
service.
It isn't a quantity. If y'all can go without speaking or seeing each other for a significant amount of time, and when you guys get back, you pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
That's quality. That speaks to the strength and longevity of y'all's actual relationship.
Is a male group chat quality time?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm glad you bring it up because I have a situation where I have a friend. I have two friends actually who feel like all my friends in one group chat. I mean,
Same.
one of my best friends
Roughly.
just exited the group, but he gonna have to get back because I don't talk to him no more.
Okay.
We've been through that too.
But I'm just saying, all my friends are in one space. So when I interact in this group, I feel like I am interacting with all of you. But I have some friends who feel like, no, I want you to interact with me personally, one-on-one. And I just be like, okay, if that's what you need from me, I'll try to do that. But just know that's extra effort for me.
Yeah,
So
as
I
long
mean,
as you- as long as you telling them.
I think I don't know if it necessarily applies, but I do think they're important. And the reason I say that is because when we, I mean, I want to say it was over a year ago, we initially started talking about love languages in our group chat. Now, in this particular group chat is 8 guys,
Right.
You know, all guys. And so we were talking about love languages, and so we have a friend who took the love quiz or whatever, and sends his results. And although we don't speak, like love languages don't speak, I understand now how he shows his love.
Yeah.
And I understand that you know, when you have some people don't like to come to your space
At all.
but they want you to come
Come
to
to
their
their
space,
space, yeah.
right? But that's how they show love. That's their act of service.
Right.
They
Yeah.
want to host you. Come be with me. Hey, you know, I have a you know, a cousin, and that's a few cousins. That's the way they show their love. Like, you come out with me, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I got everything.
Right,
or, you know,
right,
come
right.
over to the crib. I'm gonna always make sure that you got some food to eat. You got a drink. You know, even if you know, we ain't got to talk.
Yeah.
Even if you want to swing by and just, you know, have a drink, whatever the case may be. Just, I want to make sure that you're taken
That
care
you're
of.
good,
And that's the
yeah.
way they show love. So
That's-
it made
that's
me
cool.
understand, you
How
know,
he is.
that this friend maybe Because I mean, it was all the question, like, are we really friends? Like, because blah blah blah. But then I was like, you know what? You really be digging. Like, you really take care of of your guys.
I think that's
understanding how that person shows love makes you understand them a little bit more. At the same time, I don't want to touch you. I ain't trying to have no feelings to touch you.
To me.
But I do think the group chat. I do definitely think the group chat it qualifies as quality time.
It does.
So
playing the game together qualifies as quality time.
So if that qualifies as quality time, then that's something that's really important to me. Because you know how I am. Like, if the group chat quiet, I'm finna drop something in there.
Right.
So you're right. So then that's y'all's quality time.
Now.
I mean, yeah, that's y'all's
I
quality
mean,
time.
and
So
I think it's
text a little more, guys.
I'm gonna make sure they do. Like, if they go like, if it's about 11 o'clock and ain't nobody said nothing, I'm probably gonna stir up something just to have
a conversation.
I actually like y'all's group chat. I mean, not that let me disclaim.
Clarify.
I have never
How
been
much
in
you
it.
like it?
should have hacked my phone.
I haven't. I've never been. Let me tell you why I like it. But before, I just want to put a disclaimer that I've never been in. I don't read it. I don't go through phones. I like it because y'all are all in different spaces in your life. Like you said, y'all have a friend that's married. You guys have people that are single. You have people that are in relationships. So I feel like when y'all bring things into this space, you guys get different perspectives. And that is important. So if you in a group chat with, a bunch of dudes who broken and blah, 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 you going to be getting, it's just recycling bad advice.
And vice versa. I that's when you get, Friendsgiving, bad. Like we kind of talked about how you go through that. This girl has been done a certain way by a dude, so all dudes are this way.
Yeah.
Vice versa. How you got a dude, I ain't never getting married because of XYZ reasons.
Oh yeah.
And they project that if you around 5 dudes who've been married and been screwed over, then they gonna tell you,
the same thing.
I'm very happy about changing my circle up. I'm so goddamn happy.
Suckers.
Oh my god!
But I mean, I think one thing that's really big about it is, like you said, being able to get perspective from it. But at the same time, we spend a lot of time on just random stuff in the group chat, right? But there are moments where you have deep conversations, like real deep things, or there may be moments where it transitions to we have a deep conversation and I call Chris and me and Chris talk about like whatever case may be, or I may call one of the other guys, or they may call me and we have another conversation about it. But it's important those kind of things, being able to add perspective. So I think love language definitely applies when it comes to that. But let's kind of get into I see. Bri over here with the slight little touch on the arm. You see that? I see it. With the slight little touch.
You over there feeling
I
them
was
up?
thinking that in my head.
Can I get a love story out of that?
Love story.
Y'all got a love Jones out of
Want a
that?
love story?
Can I get a love story?
Which one you want? How we met? Or
Can I just say that one of the episodes I watched of when it was just the 3 of y'all, and I guess, was it your first episode when y'all were breaking down 2020 or whatever? And you were like, 2020
I met this beautiful girl.
Yeah.
I met this girl, and I'm just like,
that was my 2020, bro.
It's the stuff that just make you go.
And you know what? He didn't even say he met a beautiful girl. He said, I met this awesome girl. And it's not often that, excuse my language,
my adjectives,
niggas be using awesome, okay?
Oh my.
So I think that I appreciate the space.
Alan Maldonado.
I appreciate that.
You're awesome. I'm looking for you.
I love the space that you're in. I have, y'all have been to our home. I've seen y'all interact as a threesome.
You seen us sleep.
Right.
Oh man,
y'all sleep. So is that a love language? Do you guys like to sleep together?
At separate times, but we be getting our sleep in.
Yeah, separate times.
So
kind of because I to be honest, we've talked. Chris and I have talked a lot about Bri, but I've never gotten the full story. I've gotten bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So let's kind of.
I want to hear.
Can
Bri
look,
tell it?
Here's to be honest. I'm the friend. If you have someone new in your space, I want to know all about them. I want to know how you feel, and it gets annoying because when I meet you,
all the details.
I want to know all the details. What's going on? How you really feel about it?
Before I even know the details.
And so just tell me, hey, it's not that case. So
Bri, tell me
the love story. What's up?
Oh yeah, I want to hear this
Or-
from her
or do-
because I could
yeah.
tell y'all, and it'll be like very descriptive.
Don't
but
act like
I
Jesus.
just
wanna
want
hear
to
from
note
her.
that Bri has gotten extremely comfortable. Her jacket is off.
Yes,
She's
Shout out
in
to Bri.
her ruffle
I-
cuff shirt, and I'm here for it. Yes.
What's up?
Very standoffish to
As you should
begin
be.
with.
Okay.
But I mean, I was healing from a past relationship, so I was
Amen
just
from healing.
taking it slow. But
Okay.
one thing about Howard here,
Howard, that's his middle name.
yeah,
Misfit
Howard.
Chris.
Christopher
Howard.
Howard. Never calling you
That's what they
Chris
call me.
again.
that's what they call me.
Yes, Chris
That's what she
Howard.
called me.
So one thing about him that really made me, I guess, fall for him is I naturally felt very comfortable with him and safe.
That's a big
important.
deal.
Yes,
Yeah.
security.
That safe
So-
part is deep.
I felt like I could
Chris
be
over there.
myself.
You better be
I can
Superman.
be nerdy,
I'm so proud.
comic geek, like weird random
Talk to the people.
facts,
Tell them.
like Brianna
Aw.
around him, and I'm accepted. So
That's great. You have to feel safe
Yeah.
around
So
any
you
man
feel
that
safe
come out
with-
in a velvet shirt.
You feel safe with Kim Kim?
She bought the velvet shirt.
Absolutely.
I can tell. I can tell.
Cameron
So-
reminds me and everybody in our house daily that he would shoot anybody. So I mean,
So-
That's so
Heartbeat.
sweet. What you
Me
got
too.
for me, Chris?
Wanna hear my
Right.
side? So, I was also in a pretty dark place during this time.
As y'all
And-
heard.
Yeah, I was in a very dark place.
I didn't say
But
that.
nonetheless, I meet this beautiful girl right here, and like
she is beautiful.
we actually we had a friendship established like before we started dating, and we actually, since 2020 2021, it's a new world. So I'm gonna advise people, if you are single and you don't know what the hell you're doing out there, be intentional.
Pay attention.
See, this is for you and anybody else who's listening.
Man,
But
fudge y'all. I'm good. I'm good. I'm tuned in.
be intentional. Step number one, and also don't be afraid to try new things. So we actually met online. So
Oh.
we had conversations for a month or two prior to actually ever meeting. And
I think that's
the
big.
first time that we met, you know, sometimes you go to somebody's house and they be like, hey, you know, come in the gate, make a right, apartment, whatever. I come in the gate, make a right. She's standing outside, like,
Oh,
you know, here I am. I'm like, oh, this is
different.
Oh.
different.
Okay.
This is very
Yeah.
comforting.
I will
You know,
meet
I
you
was-
where you
I
are.
was raised right.
Oh.
We were able to have a conversation about literally everything. We had a lot of similar interests. Some of my favorite interests. I'm not gonna go into detail, but we know what they are. And everything just flowed. It's always been easy, and I've always felt like, you know, this is a person that I can count on. I've never had to question them about anything, and because of that, it just, you know, every day you find yourself coming back. You find yourself coming back.
Okay.
You find yourself getting rid of people that may have been interfering in the
Yeah.
past before you guys really got to this level with each other, and before you know it, you're on a podcast telling about how you met and how you in love you are with this person. You just, you know, hoping that you can continue.
That's so
it.
sweet.
I love you too, Howard.
But I appreciate
Aw.
Big spoon, little spoon.
Big spoon, little spoon moment.
But
So,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I,
What about you, Ken?
Huh? Oh, you want to hear the love story?
Yeah, what's your love I don't know.
Well, this right here, we got to go back.
Way
back. Back in the time. So Ashley and I met in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember much about her.
That's because I dropped out.
She did drop out, but only.
But I'm a recent
Shout out to
graduate.
the
Amen.
Amen.
grad-
Shout out to the Kanye West.
Congratulations.
Both
Best
you
album.
guys recent graduates. So shout
Yeah.
out to y'all. But
That was my then versus now on Instagram. I had
it?
posted like college dropout
So you gonna
versus
interrupt? You gonna interrupt?
graduation.
Nice.
You gonna
Because
interrupt
I'm a
the?
real hip hop fan.
You gonna interrupt the love story?
My fault. Go
Would you
ahead.
like to tell it?
You know, we be
vibing.
we
Oh,
are
okay.
vibing and connecting over
Okay.
hip hop.
Well, vibe and connect on your own time.
Yeah.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Reclaim.
Okay.
But we met
Queen
in back in college.
Maxine.
The only thing I genuinely remember about her is she
Oh,
wore
pause. That's
baggy-
why I interrupted you. Are you about to tell the story?
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
she wore baggy clothes, and she was the
She
girl
was
who
hiding
stood up
that
in the middle of SGA and said, "Yeah, I'm this close to getting Jay-Z to come to homecoming."
And he's still gonna come to Lamar. That's all I'm
Man.
saying.
But anyway,
That's hilarious.
That's all I'm saying. When Jay-Z gets
Where was
Lamar,
I at?
don't. no,
This
I was
was
in SGA.
you weren't there yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're-
yeah.
Oh, you
that's
were- you
fine.
graduate?
That's fine.
Uh-huh.
When
You know,
Lamar
you graduate
comes,
too?
Yeah.
Okay,
When
shout out
Lamar-
to Beaumont, Big Money, Texas, Lamar
Shout
when
out
University.
to
Jay
LU.
comes
You as
to
well?
Lamar, I'm not inviting none of y'all because y'all didn't believe in me.
It's cool.
Shout out to
He
L.
coming.
I watch via Zoom or something.
So
We're not gonna have it via
So
Zoom.
after the Jay-Z outburst,
We collecting phones at the door.
So cool. After the Jay-Z after, I mean, she going off about something that's not gonna happen anyway. But after that, like,
Watch me.
Take me back
you
to
know,
Lamar.
reality, I didn't even know that she like left school to the extent, because I mean, we didn't run in the same circles in any way. But then, so there was a moment in 2017. I dropped a Facebook post and it said, Maxie, I took a screenshot. Women who strive to be equal to men lack ambition. And look who commented, y'all. Where they making men like you at? I don't know if she said it like that.
I didn't.
But you know what I mean? We had this conversation.
You gave it a Taraji
and it's
voice?
really
Let's just point out that I said I need to cop me one. Like one.
Just one single?
Right. Like I need to cop one. Not like where they making men like you at. Where can I come scoop you?
I just want to clarify that I did say I'm a special edition collector's item. So it's one of one.
Come on.
And you got me.
Tough.
Bars.
Anyway, back to the story.
Tough.
So that kind of
like
happened.
that.
But then like kind of nothing happened from that. So then because I know 2017 I was in a space. I'm pretty sure she was in a space.
Definitely was in the space.
We was in spaces. So but you know what I mean, never had,
left
so
it,
I kind of told y'all y'all to the story about how New Year's Eve 2018
Q in my DD again.
I drove to Houston. I was like, man, 2019 I'm moving to Houston. So I'm gonna bring in the new year. I'm gonna manifest this. I'm gonna bring in the new year in Houston because I'm moving to Houston 2019. Had no plans. I just drove to Houston, kicked it like at my brother's house with my niece and my nephew, and my other nephew who's that boy Sexy Lexi. Was kicking it with, he was there because his mom, who's Dee Dee,
was out with a real one.
Was out with Ashleigh.
Celebrating my best friend's birthday.
So we were. So the next day, she comes to pick up Alex, and I'm like in the room, got a do rag on.
No do rag.
I did.
You didn't have a do rag on.
I definitely had a do rag on. You didn't. How was my hair?
I'm gonna say that
it wasn't nappy, but you didn't have a do rag on.
I think you had it
actually,
on.
No, I had the do rag on, and when I heard people there, I took the do rag off.
Okay.
But I'm sitting there, and I said,
"That's very important for the
said,
writers."
That sound like Ashley Carter. I said, "That sound like Ashley." I ain't seen Ashley in like 10 years, and so I go in, we see each other. Hey.
Yeah.
You know how you been? Blah, whatever. But y'all know how phones work when you're in contact with somebody. They then start to pop up on your social media if you're friends.
Yeah,
proximity.
Right? So I at that time Ashley was not on Facebook. She was exclusively Instagram.
Okay.
And I had plans to start a podcast that I did, and so I went to Instagram to like start to be more active on social media. So I went back to my Instagram, and so because of that, Ashley started to pop up on my timeline because we were around each other. And so from that day, because we met, go down the line 10 months or whatever. Astros in the
Astros definitely World Series, a place we'll never be again.
They right.
Stop.
But they were she and Aiden and cousin AJ went to the game.
My cousin AJ, my cousin Chelsea. Yeah, we took the boys to the game.
And so I commented on her story. I was like, man, I'm jealous because they was at the game in Georgetown.
You wanted to be at the game too, huh?
And she said
Of
maybe
course
one day,
day.
she said one day you'll be a cool kid, which is actually how we be hashtagging.
I said one day you'll be a cool kid.
Yeah, you did. So hashtag the cool kids.
So you were shooting shots, like
man,
no,
big shot.
No,
that
wasn't a shot. I'm just, my game heavy.
So
respect.
So then, probably a couple. I was probably a couple weeks later, maybe later that week, I had posted on my story. I was at work, and at this time, I was working for the largest retailer in the world, and I had a bunch of badges.
Go ahead.
And she's like commenting,
I
still have that in my car.
So
but she was
fine.
like, damn, you got a bunch of badges. And so we just kind of sparked the conversation, like, damn, how you been? I ain't talked to you since New Year's, blah blah. And we just sparked the conversation, and we just
so
continue to talk. And November came, and Ashley has a beard fetish.
Ooh, No Shave November is my month.
So she had said she had actually posted.
And now I get it every day.
So she posted something about about No Shave November, everybody with a beard, even friends, you getting the side eye from me, blah blah blah. And I like commented 11 because I thought it was funny. And so I was in the process of looking for a job to move to Houston. So we talk about how we can't look the same way as other people. So I had definitely had to cut off the beard,
down.
went into the goatee. And so we just laughed, and I was commented, and I was like, I was coming to Houston, and I was like, I know November is your thing, but you got a few minutes in your day for
come on with this acts
for
of
a
service.
salt-faced,
Come on for this
fella like myself.
service
Like the
and
beard to be
quality
back. It's only temporary. The beard to be back, but you know. And she was like, "Yeah, just let me know when you're in town." So we went out on a date, and
where you take her? Where you take her?
We listen. Now I was broke, y'all. Ooh.
You gotta love them when they broke.
Let me tell you. Look. But the reality is, she
way.
never knew. Here's more free game for you. Okay, she never knew. So I said, "Where we go? Where will we go?" And I was like, "Man, we go to dinner. No, it's gonna have to be a nice restaurant. It's gonna be too much money. So let's find an activity." So I said, okay, let's go bowling. So I'm looking at places to go bowling. The places I want to go.
Wonder who you got that idea
They
from.
were booked. I actually sent it into the group chat. Hey, y'all, I'm in Houston.
Chris, so what you saying is you the foundation of our relationship.
Actually, it wasn't necessarily Chris. It was everybody. It was a chat effort. But everybody gave suggestions, and I was just like,
you was chatting about me in the chat?
No, I was chatting about
a girl he was taking out
I would
on
not
a date.
drop a name.
He was scared to drop the name.
I don't drop a name until you worthy of having a name.
Yet he requests information from everyone after the first meet. Yeah, he won't drop a name until it's damn near official. I just want to throw that out there. But continue.
It was third date.
There you go, anyway, there you go, backing up with that bus, man. You got to chill. You got to chill, bro.
Got to revoke your license. But no. So we end up going to. I figured let's go to Lucky Strike.
Okay.
We can go bowling, and if things go well, we're downtown. We can figure out other places to go.
Oh yeah, that's when I got you.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It was on. Look.
It's facts.
It was on a Saturday night, and Lucky Strike. They say you have to have a $40 food and drink minimum. So on top of that, you got to reserve a spot for 7:00. So I'd already spent like 75. No. It was like $150 just for us to go bowl. Just to go bowl. Then on top of that, I'm gonna have to drop another $40, and I'm like, so I'm looking at my stuff like, shit. Damn, payday ain't till next week. So I'm trying to figure it out. So I figured out a few things how to navigate. I was like, this $40 drink minimum, that's gonna
hit me hard.
But we gonna figure it out. So we get there. There is no minimum. They just say that there's no minimum. But we sitting there bowling. She's telling me about her nonprofit. She's telling me about and I want to start a podcast. And I was like, man, I got a dope idea for a podcast. We talked about that.
Shout out Ashleigh.
And just for the record, I told her on that day that I said, man, I just need the right girl and right guy, and we can get a podcast going. I have the idea, and it's rolling. And ironically, the girl that I initially wanted was her. Just because of her personality. I knew her personality from college. And so, but anyway, how
does it feel to be me, Flash? No,
girl, that was good. That's good, because we do have this fascination for hoes. So yeah, that does feel good. That does feel good.
What's time for a real one?
So we do this whole thing. We do
Next
this
time, do
this whole thing. This
whole
whole date. She paid for the drinks. And then she was like, "What we doing after?" I was like, "Man, I'm with you to show city. You tell me." And then that's when I knew. I was like, "Okay, this is
gonna be what
she
it
was
is.
like, "Well, we can go to her favorite bar." Took me to the favorite bar. We sat there.
It is.
It's closed.
COVID.
Shout out to COVID.
Good.
Shout out to COVID.
They don't get no free
What
pub.
bar is it?
The Dirt Bar. So, because it's not a spot that you'd ever go to or ever think
That's
that I would
kinda
go
why-
to.
that's kinda why she
It's
like
why
going
it's
to
my
the-
spot. It's real low key. It's on Caroline, right across the street.
I believe in a
Obviously
low key
from
spot.
Lucky Strike.
It was on Carolina.
But
Caroline.
it is a grunge bar. There's a lot of grunge and punk rock. It's very dark.
Okay.
But they sell the best Jameson gingers in
come
the
that's
on,
the first time I actually
city.
had a Jameson and ginger.
And that's the first time you had a Jameson pickleback.
That was. And
That is cool. So
we
that's-
went out.
Don't know
we
what
went,
that is.
Yeah, we went
but
there.
you can
and
educate
then,
me one day.
Come over, girl.
Yeah, just come
come
by the
on
crib.
over.
But we did that, and then we went to after
after
that,
Lucky Strike, we
had to go
went
get food because we was hungry.
because I was
Yeah.
hungry and
So
I
we-
likes to eat.
So we went
Gots
to
to.
the Breakfast Club. Now look, y'all know how the Breakfast Club is, which is really
Shout out to Black
Owned
Owned
Business.
Business.
shout out to Black Owned Business. We're actually talking about that next week. We talk about the
Yeah.
Black Owned businesses, but we go to the Breakfast Club and she tells me, I'm just gonna pay for mine because I'm about to order a bunch of stuff.
Because let me tell you something about Ashley Carter.
She be eating.
She be eating.
Come on.
So look,
And I am not with that. I'm going to eat a little bit. I was home.
All right, can I finish
Respectfully.
I'm just saying.
Can I finish the story?
I just want to let other
Disclaimer.
sisters
We
know,
need that
sis,
disclaimer.
eats.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah,
So
you
anyway,
should eat.
My broke ass. I'm
This
sitting
guy.
here like, no, it's good. I got it. Drop that on the table. So like
This guy.
That's a breakfast club. He don't know they serve
$67
$56.
later. So
Waffles and
$67 later. So I'm sitting here.
Little
I'm sitting
upset
there-
about that, huh?
I'm sitting there, and then we actually like talked on the phone the whole way home.
Aw.
Ironically, we was living right up the street from each other because I
That's
was at my
cute.
brother's house, and then but yeah,
Magic, huh?
So just go ahead and tell these people when you knew
About your boy.
I was that guy. I
That's
was
always
the guy.
interesting.
Well, let the people know when you knew I was the one. Like you said in the post, you was asking for one. Let them know when you knew I was the one.
So let's move on to second date. So let me just give you some context on myself, the space I was in. I was very, happy being single. I was finally in a place where I was like, I'm good. I'm not looking for anything. I have tried other.
They say that's how it happened. I don't
Right.
believe-
It
I don't believe that
really
shit, though.
happens
It
when you
does.
don't expect it at
does,
all.
So that happened to me.
I believe I am a full-fledged believer of that. And I was prior, remember when you were saying like, in 2017 you probably was in a bad space. It's not necessarily I was in a bad space. I was just in a healthy space. I was in very savage mode. And for example, the thing that you just explained at Lucky Strike about like I'll pick up the drinks.
It was a power move. I
It's
knew
a
that.
power move,
I
and
knew
I
that.
was all
Yeah.
about power moves. I was all about letting niggas know
I'm not.
Man.
I see you, nigga. You don't see me. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I
right.
got
Let's be
it.
respectful to our kings. They are men.
They are, but
I'm just picking.
in
I'm
that
just picking.
moment, it was all about me establishing dominance, like off the bat, and.
You can't play
I
that
was just
game.
about.
And
You
really,
bring
you
up a
can't.
good point.
You can't.
I was
Play,
just about to
you
ask that.
cannot play that card
All
with
the time.
everybody.
And you
Because
should.
somebody gonna come and be like, "Girl, come here, let me give you a hug," and I'd be like, "Okay."
Because I'm melting as soon as you do.
So second date, back at my house, I was sick or not feeling
This is
well.
why I didn't come to Friendsgiving. You remember?
I
once that
remember
friend
y'all was on the call,
y'all
and y'all
FaceTime me?
said,
You
if
said you was
not
watching
here,
a movie.
If you're not
Yeah,
here, she
it
better
was in
be
the dark.
fine." And I was like,
You said that.
"She is."
You was
I
like,
did.
but
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm with New Boo because she still didn't have a name at the moment.
Damn, I have a name on.
no.
That's
I
what
didn't
I'm
give
telling you.
them
You
a
didn't
name.
get a
So
name
you
till
didn't
like
get a
damn
name
near
until-
Christmas.
It might not even been me, Chris.
And
Nah,
I
it
gave-
was you.
Nah, it was
Nah,
you.
it was me.
And I
Okay.
gave Chris the name.
Can't
I
don't
finally
move
I
like that.
gave Chris the name because he texted me personally, and he was like, "Bro, you finally gonna drop the name?" And I was like, "I don't know if you remember."
Oh, you know what? I do remember that because you was like, "How are you and Chris friends on Facebook?" And I was like, "I don't know. He went to Lamar."
Yeah.
But anyway,
We
Facebook's
was
so
already
misleading.
friends on Facebook.
We
That's
were.
the crazy thing.
So
Because of Greg.
Crazy.
Greg who? Davis?
I think so.
Y'all having a
Yeah,
moment?
They went to high school together.
Went
You
to high
already
school
know this.
together.
Ashley don't remember
Forgot
nothing, y'all.
about that. I
Ashley
do
don't
have
remember
a
this. She
horrible
got a horrible
memory.
memory.
Yeah, shout out to my
You want me to?
best friend,
All right.
Greg.
I don't
Fast
have
forward,
a
come
love. Oh, because I don't
Fast
have a
forward.
love story.
Okay.
But I got a
You
terrible
want me to
story.
fast forward past mine? Or
I
just
want
move
you
on?
to finish the
Okay,
story.
anyway,
You keep detouring.
Day 2 is when I knew I was in love with Cameron.
She done.
It was very easy
You
to
went from
talk to him.
skepticism to love. Like that.
Chill.
It
Malcolm.
was.
Chill, Malcolm. Chill.
It was. I was in a space where I was not looking to be with anybody. So the fact that he just kind of fell in made it much easier to communicate with him, to connect with him, because there was no level of expectation. It was like, if this nigga don't work out, then I'm on to the next, like I've been doing. So, but it worked out, and it worked out great. And we went. He was at my house. He passed up an opportunity to hang out with his friends, which is very important to me because my circle of friends is super important. And honestly, I don't know if I'd have done the same thing.
You wouldn't have.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either.
This is interesting.
So, I ordered meds through Favor. They still owe me.
But speaking of which, no.
Don't
let's
do Favor like
talk about,
that.
Me
let's,
like-
no, let's talk about the love
Charge
languages.
me $37.
Because
I was about to
said-
ask, which one was
Because
that?
she was talking about being like
Congestion.
being sick, and I said, "Bet I'll run and grab you some meds." No. Well, damn. I mean, I'm trying to.
I'm
Because you
trying
don't
to
have to
help you
do
out.
that.
I'm trying to get you exercise. Yeah, I know I don't have to.
That
Like-
was included with his gifts, though.
like
But
that
his
was
gift
that was-
part.
Offering to do it, which is technically
but no,
what
let
But
me-
you
I
want.
still struggle with that to this day. Like,
and so it's
we
really
had
weird.
There's
we
room
had
for
a
growth,
situation.
and that's
So
good. That's good.
overshare moment probably when I am.
Pause. Okay, go ahead.
You want me? You don't want me to?
No,
tell
it's
it?
funny. Go ahead.
Okay, so when I'm on my cycle, I want Oreos, right? I always want Oreos.
Double stuffed or regular?
No, double stuff too much. I don't need a lot.
I'm a double stuffed girl. I'm sorry.
Let the people know we don't call it the cycle. We don't call it cycle. It's
He
the
calls
bye
it the bye week
It's the
because he
bye
can't
week.
play.
I can't play ball.
So
It's the bye week.
So he you knocked me off. What was my point?
You said when
You love
You want Oreos?
Oh, so one night he was like, "Do you want me to stop and get you Oreos?" So here's my thinking, and this is really how
My friend's so fucking thoughtful.
here's how the acts of service kind of is conflicting. Because I love you and I want you to do things for me, but at the same time, I'm considering all that you've done all day. So if I've been at home, like I work from home in 2019, I quit my job. Amen. I started working for myself.
Shout out.
So I've been home all day. So I've probably had ample opportunity to go get these Oreos from the corner store, right? And you're like, oh, I'll stop on my way home. But I'm like, I don't want you to do that. Like, that would be too much.
You don't want to like a burden.
I don't, exactly, Bri. I don't want to be a burden. So I was like, no, just come home. Because that's what I really want. I just want you here with me.
Aww.
But then I was like, nah, bitch, you really want these Oreos. So I left to go get the Oreos, and he was upset. He was like, I could have gotten them for you. Like, you didn't have to leave the house. It's like 1 a.m. You going to the corner store in your pajamas to get Oreos. Like, that's stupid. And
after you told me not to
after
get
I
Oreos.
told you not to do it, right?
That's wrong.
Just for those who are in the genesis phase of their relationship, things like that happen. We've moved past that. I've learned how to ask for what I want, and if he will do it, he'll do it. If he won't, he won't. You know what that is?
Growth.
Come on, growth.
Shout out to Natasha Rock.
Come on, growth.
Them on deck.
But there is the thing.
Oh, we do keep them on deck now.
That's
Okay, so
both
we learned.
kind. Have y'all had the golden Oreos?
I love them.
I hate
She
Oreos.
not a sweets person.
Really?
I'm not
So-
a sweet person.
I don't know.
Nah,
Also,
like,
but
she
I'll eat the
not a
cookies,
sweet
but I
Oreos.
won't eat the
Period.
filling. Like, I don't like the filling.
Oh, so you're a weirdo.
I do have.
Yes, I am.
I have a
Cool.
question.
Cool.
What's up?
So, listening to both of these stories, I noticed two things. One is that Cam and I were pretty intentional about what we wanted, when we wanted it, and how we were going to get it, right? We pretty much had a plan that we wanted to be in a different phase in our lives, and we made sure that we did what we wanted to, what we needed to do to make sure that we got that, which is how we got these beautiful ladies right here, correct?
Right.
All right. You guys were more so in a phase where you weren't looking for anything. But you found something, and I mean, you embraced it, and that's cool. So
I think let's clarify.
okay,
They didn't find something. Something found them. Because that's the way
Because
the
the
Lord
Bible
says it's
says
supposed to be.
he,
You know, he
who findeth a
is the-
wife
finds a treasure.
findeth
So-
a good
so
thing.
maybe that answers
or
my
find a
question,
favor in the
'cause
Lord.
Maybe that answers my question, because my question is more so: if you're seeking a relationship, what is the best way to go about it? The wait for someone to find me approach, or the be
Enjoy life, do
intentional
yourself.
and know what you want and seek that out
So
approach?
you
I be
wanna go or
bored.
you want-
Because I think it goes both ways. Because I think, first thing first, to all the ladies, don't be afraid to shoot your shot, man. Shoot your shot.
Definitely
And-
shoot
and
your
the
shot,
reason-
sis.
And the reason I say this is because
I've bricked too many times.
I mean, hey, look,
It's okay.
look,
It's
keep shooting that
okay.
thing.
In my,
Hey,
no, I ain't shooting.
You know what?
Put me on, take me out, coach.
You know what?
Take me out, coach, because I'm bricking like
Nah,
a
you
mofo.
keep shooting.
there was
I
once
am
a wise man.
bricking.
Get your
Just
hot-
make
get to
sure
your
you
hot
shooting
spots.
in
Get to your hot
the
spots.
There was once a
That
wise
is not
man.
an invite, humans. That is not an invite.
Look, there was once
Let's
a
be
wise
clear.
man.
That's
His
gonna be
name
in
was
your
Kobe
inbox.
Bryant.
Okay.
And Kobe said,
I don't need that pressure.
Kobe said, the hell we're going 0 for 5. I'm going 0 for 50.
Nah, bro.
Like, and that's like, you keep shooting. Shooters shoot, right? And I say that because here's free game for ladies. There's nothing a dude hates more than rejection. We scared of rejection. We scared as shit of rejection.
Oh, I believe that.
Right? And so we
know.
which is why if we go back to that Facebook post, when she said what she said back to me, I thought in my head, was that a shot?
Or was it not?
Was that a shot? When she said, well, you know, what they making men like you, I need to cop me one. And I'm like, oh, is that a shot? Let me see if she's shooting. I like to think I'm a special collector's item. Like,
and all she had was the
and all
laughing
she gave me was a
emoji.
laughing emoji. She laughed it. She laughed.
You should have hit her with the Gerald Levert line.
So it
Baby,
felt like.
hold on.
Did it feel like rejection when she laughed?
No, it was just a
Well,
matter
you
of,
know I
well,
like
maybe
a
that wasn't
chub,
a
but
shot.
yeah, he
Sometimes-
did with that Gerald Levert. It
So
might have been something a little
sometimes
different.
It's
you
real.
have to, understand the shot. Now, when we come back around to, actually communicating in DMs, and she would say, she said, no, Cam, you're awesome. You've always been awesome. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's facts. I think that Cameron has always, since Lamar,
Aw.
been an example, been a blueprint.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey man,
Drop
boost,
that.
boost your man.
Shout
Preach.
out
drop
to-
that.
No, I'm
Boost your
serious.
man.
He's
I like
always been great. And to this day, like me and D talk about this all the time about like why she never thought to hook us up or why I never thought that you were a viable candidate. I just feel like God knew that we've talked about this
Yeah.
before.
We weren't
We
ready.
needed to go through the experiences we went through, and we needed to be in the space. You needed to be in an explorer space, and I need to be in a quiet space. Because if I wasn't in a quiet space and I was out here doing what Ash Carter normally be doing, then I wouldn't have been able to see you. I wouldn't have been able to hear you. I wouldn't have been able to receive what you were giving.
Okay.
So
That's real.
we
so
just
don't be
needed-
blind.
right. We just need to be in the right space.
Just be in
But
the right
to
space.
answer
Okay.
to go, I want to go back to what was first asked was like, when you were able to identify that you guys are in the, for lack of a better term, hunting season. Like you knew what you wanted, you were going out to get it. While Brent and I had kind of just been in the space like where I'm good being me.
Right.
I think that it's a blend between the two. For women, it's always your best option to bet on yourself. It's always your best option to better yourself, to make sure that you're in a great position and in a position to receive. Because the right man could come to you. But
Yeah.
if you're broken, bitter, not in a position to receive,
Same for the men.
to receive
Right.
Don't bring your
Right.
bitter ass over
or,
here.
or to receive functionality because you're so
Right.
used to dysfunction,
Yeah.
he's going to bypass you, and you gonna just check him off as another who didn't do you right. But it's like, no, since you weren't in the right position.
Yeah,
So
I
I think
respect
to
that.
answer your question, Chris, it's best for everyone, male, female,
Yeah.
non-binary, non-identifying. Work on yourself. Be centered with yourself, and that goes back to your first thing about
Self-love.
self-love.
And-
In order to give love, you have to be in love with self.
And we did that. I think Chris and I both went through periods where we got our shit together. We,
Okay.
And I've said this before, and granted, nobody, no single person, for all intents purposes, we're single, even though we're in relationship. No single person knows what marriage is.
Yeah.
Knows what a wife is, knows what a husband is. But I looked back at myself and I said, are you a husband? Like, why would anybody marry you? And I said, hell, they wouldn't. So I was like, because I was thinking about the way I was interacting, going through like a mental state of, certain things. It's like, all right, look, I'm going to get my shit together. And I had been saying forever, I'm gonna move to Houston. I've been making excuses on why I hadn't moved to Houston. And then, I actually said on your birthday, we were at your house, and I said, man,
Right before you moved. Huh?
yeah, right. And I said, man, I'm moving to Houston, and all of them said, man, you've been saying that.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm for real. I'm moving. And Chris's birthday is at the beginning of October. And October the 3rd.
October 14th. Let's go, Libras in the building.
And I moved.
Knowing
like
that you're a
6 weeks
Libra,
later.
Chris,
Makes sense.
it makes so much more sense.
But yeah,
I like to
you
know
most
what it
definitely have
is
to be
after the show.
get ready. But
Your energy.
we'll go. We'll kind of move into a rap space, y'all. I know we can talk about this forever.
Yeah.
I know Ashley can talk about me forever because
I can, baby.
Clearly.
because your boy be I be
You
doing.
be doing what
I
you
be
be doing.
doing.
I be doing what I be supposed to.
I'm not mad
What
at
are
you
you doing?
Love to
What I
see
be
it.
You be out here verbing.
What I be
I be
doing?
verbing.
You be verbing.
Come on,
Don't
action.
steal that,
doing?
because I know the streets gonna steal it.
Appreciate you.
That's hilarious.
Man, that word is
I
for the
would-
streets.
I wish I could have told y'all
but,
about my eggs in the basket story, my
Eggs in
epic
the
love
basket.
fail. I'll tell y'all on camera though.
Okay.
I'll tell y'all on camera.
All right. Well, no, we to end every show. Per usual, we always go into our 2 pennies of thought. I think we're gonna kind of bypass 2 pennies of thought today because everybody kind of gave their aspect on
A quarter of thoughts.
everybody threw a little something in there.
Yeah.
But to wrap, we always ask our guests. Normally we don't have guests, but we ask our guests.
Episode 5.
I got
Clearly.
Ashleigh, Bri. Y'all gotta add 2 songs to the playlist. Bri, what you got?
All right, so my first one's gonna be a love song.
Okay.
I am an old spirit, so we're
Okay.
gonna go with Al Green, "Love and Happiness."
Love and
Okay.
happiness.
Taking it.
And then there is this part of me that is from the hood, so we gonna go
Party.
with
A part of you. A part of you from the hood.
What song is
what
she
is
on?
my song?
Oh,
I
now
love when couples do that.
Not on the spot.
What's my favorite color? You know.
And then
Because
I
it's
don't
my
know.
favorite color.
What we was talking about
Yeah.
the other day.
Yes.
You know the color
Hold on,
code.
it's
That's-
in my recent.
That's just like
'Cause I
saying.
listen to it
That's
like
just
10
like when people
times a
have those
day.
conversations when you be like,
Oh,
Do
okay.
you know
It's
this
called "Still Trapping" by King Von. That's
Oh, okay.
I love
That's
that.
real
I
hood,
listen
'cause
to
I
it like
don't
10
know
times a day.
Oh yeah, I
Alright.
forgot. You
is he in the
King
mumble
Von.
rap genre?
No,
Is
he's
he real
actually
royalty?
Rest in peace to
Yeah, he
King Von.
died.
Oh, he died?
Yeah, he passed
He's the one that
away
passed
a couple months
this past
ago.
year.
Oh, I
He
apologize.
was shot outside the
All right,
nightclub.
all right, babe. What you got
He
for
was
us?
shot outside a nightclub?
Yeah.
Wow.
Babe, let's talk about this playlist. What you got?
I know this is a love episode, but I'm gonna keep it authentic and true to who I am, which is a Carter.
Come on.
Hello.
Let's go. Let's go.
So
I
I'm
don't have
going
to.
to add
Oh,
Dear
Lord.
Summer,
Mm.
I'm going to take it. I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
and I'm going to add. You know, the funny thing. Can I just take a brief moment?
Sure.
The funny thing is, in a line of
love your
Carters
face.
that Cam has always loved, Dwayne has kind of been at the top, right? So you caught on, you hopped on the Hove train.
Come on, Hov.
You know, later in his
Thanks
career.
to see it. We talk about
And
this.
see, I appreciate that, right?
I prepared a place for you.
Thank you.
You know,
The Bible
2009.
says, you know. But I have been listening to Jay-Z my whole life, but
Yeah.
sometimes when people with new ears listen to things, it makes you like, damn, that really is dope. And I really always love Blueprint 3, but my favorite song has always been So Ambitious.
Absolutely.
As a Sydney.
Yeah, that's the record.
But Already Home, you made me listen to it so
Hey.
much, and I was like, this shit is fire.
It's the girl-
So
So
which one you adding to the list?
I'm
But
adding already.
you
can't
always
add
have-
that. He did it.
I added that last
So
week.
you got to
'cause that's the song
rethink
put me
that
on Jay.
process.
So let's find another whole song for you.
Are you sure you did that?
Yes, I
Yes, he
did.
did.
Yeah, he did. He did.
It was. It was.
And that's the song. That's
we
the
quoted
song.
it, so
that is the-
technically
yeah.
you didn't get to that episode. We know you went to
I
sleep
did.
before you got to
That shit that you just witnessed. That shit I've
I've
been
been
on.
on. Come on,
Let's go. Let's go.
That's fine. I'm gonna stick with Dear Summer. Let me think of my other favorite whole song. Just off the top of my head, I could think of like Beach Chair from.
That is my shiznit.
That's
That
a-
is my shiznit.
Oh Lord.
Kingdom Come is one of the best albums ever. I don't care.
It ain't
Okay, I'm
one of the
sorry.
best
Really?
albums,
That's
but
only
Beach
hope.
Chair
In
is
my
a hidden
opinion.
gem. And let me
In
tell
my
you my
opinion.
favorite lyric
No,
from
no,
Beach
no, no,
Chair.
no, no.
From Beach Chair.
To each his
Don't do
own,
that,
baby.
don't do
No, don't do that. Because
Don't do
Sydney
that
gonna go.
right- don't do that right
look. Okay, welcome back.
What you got, Chris?
Chris, what you got?
All
We gonna do it
So-
offline?
Yeah.
So for
I just wanna say
me,
it.
since this is a love episode, we have to go in one of my favorite love hip hop songs of all times, and that's 21 Questions by 50 Cent.
Okay.
All right.
That's your favorite.
If I
Digging
fell
deep.
off-
I'm not gonna
if
do
I
Digging
fell
deep
off
in the
tomorrow,
creek.
would you still love me? If I didn't
Come on,
smell
digging
so
into
good,
the
would you
crate.
still hug me?
I like
No,
it.
Ashley will not hug me if I don't smell good.
And let me tell you, Queens,
Oh my God.
do not
kidding
let
me?
these men pressure you into kissing them with hot ass breath, kissing them
And I
and
brush my
loving on
teeth like
them
12
with
times a
stank
day.
ass neck.
That's a love language. Kiss me
We
anyway.
good.
No,
Pam,
it's
why
not.
you come over here with your
Whoa.
breath smelling like train
I don't
smoke?
know. I'm just saying.
Bro,
I'm
you
talking shit,
smell
like, bro,
bad.
I like
If
playing
you
devil's
love me, you
advocate.
wouldn't
Let's
even
be
approach
clear.
me
No.
like that.
So you got 21 questions.
21
I
questions.
brush like 20 times a day. So
21
we're good.
questions. And what else we got?
The next one, Rest in Peace to Nipsey Hussle, is another love song. One of my
Okay.
favorite ones that he actually wrote for Lauren London. It's called Between Us, featuring K Camp.
That's a
Beautiful
dope
song.
Oh, you gotta share
Nice.
that with me.
Yeah, it's real
Yeah.
dope.
Nice.
It's real
Love
dope
that
track.
song. Love that song.
All
Yeah,
right.
so
All right, Nick, what you
I
got?
think I'm gonna. I don't know for sure if I'm digging into my little terrible bag here. I don't even know how to say this guy's name, but I like the song. I like Bambi, Jadina.
I'm
I
with it.
like Bambi. I'm in that place.
Okay.
I also kind of debated between a couple of other songs. I was gonna go for 44,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna hit y'all with that. I'm gonna go ahead and
hit us with Jay anytime.
Yeah, always. But they've been coming for me for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shoot an accidental shot. Hopefully they probably stalking me. So we're gonna go Waiting in Vain, Bob Marley. That's all I got.
Okay.
Love some Bob.
All right. So
Swish.
I'm going to go this week. I'm so surprised.
It's
that
toxic though.
I'm so surprised that my girlfriend did not go with this. But this is a love episode.
Should've went with
I
somebody.
know,
So,
but I said that
I
my
understand.
songs wasn't love
I
based.
understand. Can I? Okay.
Go ahead, baby. This your shit.
We're gonna go with two of my tracks. First one we'll go with Anything for You.
Oh,
That is a
Leslie?
Yeah, her and
Yeah.
PJ Morton.
And PJ Morton. That's our song, honey.
Free game, y'all.
look at it.
We ain't
And
got a
then
song.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
I got a song.
Then I'm gonna
Still
take it
trapping.
back. I'm gonna
No,
go
Dwayne
back
Rowe
to
for
my
me.
boy Jamie Foxx for this one.
Come on now.
Man,
I have yet to put Chris Brown on the playlist, but we're gonna do it today.
Come on now.
We're going Jamie
Ooh.
Foxx, Chris Brown. You changed me.
I love that
That is
song.
a record. That is
Love
a
it.
bop.
Love it.
So we got to go with those two.
That is a bop.
But definitely got to make sure we get those on. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, tell a
Yeah.
friend, tell a friend,
Do
all that
that.
stuff, all the socials.
Make sure you love up on us.
Make sure you show us some love. The playlist is getting longer and longer by the minute. My2Centz, the playlist volume one.
where can they find that
on
playlist, babe? Apple
babe.
Music.
Apple
Okay.
Music. Apple Music
Let
for
the people
sure.
know.
You know.
She big up in you like B. Like B do for hoes. Come on, do it.
And
She
then,
went crazy. I can do for you what Martin did for the people.
Lord have mercy.
That is a matter of fact. Just put that on there for fun. Upgrade you. That's it.
Upgrade you.
That's
Who-
just put that on there for
Who
fun.
she upgraded?
Your
upgraded.
ass.
Yeah,
She
hey,
upgraded. She
I
made
upgraded
she
too,
made
bitch.
you spend some loot you didn't have. She upgraded the fudge.
Hey, this is why you have to be prepared for emergencies. This is why
Amen.
you have to. You don't max out credit cards.
I'm
this
proud of you,
is-
friend.
Hey, but I'm telling you,
I'm proud of you, friend.
I can't tell y'all what I ate that next week till payday.
I know what I ate.
I can't tell you that
Zumo
because
sauce, just like a mofo.
well, no,
Put it on my
I just
list.
didn't pay for it
Zumo?
because I was at work. Anyway,
Back then.
let's go. Let's go. We're gonna get out of here, man. We'll definitely appreciate that boy Rufio.
Rufio.
Like I said, producing the thing over there.
Rufio is his name.
Rufio.
But we gonna call him Rufio.
But homework assignments.
Oh yeah, homework assignment. Judas and the
Bree,
Black.
You
Judas
you
and
have
the
to
Black
watch
fucking Messiah.
Malcolm and Marie. You definitely have to watch Brown Sugar, and we all have to watch
Judas
Judas
and the Black
and the
Messiah.
Messiah.
I'm
And
here for
stream-
anything
Okay.
Fred
Stream
Hampton.
the album
I
playlist. I don't know
arrived
if y'all
on a
have
date
seen
of Fred
the
Hampton.
Yeah.
soundtrack.
I'm
but
excited
that
for
shit
that.
is crazy.
this long-awaited whole
Nip and Jay.
joint.
I'm
Friday.
excited about that.
I'm so excited.
I'm sorry.
Bring back movie
I
soundtracks,
think I
people.
saw the Instagram, like Hove in it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
playlist,
I'd
like
watch that
the
with y'all.
collaboration
So
list
just
is
for the record,
awesome.
I'll
we
watch
add
that
that
with
onto the
y'all.
playlist
So I
next
don't
week.
Is
fall
it
back.
on
Netflix?
It's on
Good
HBO
job.
Max.
It's gonna be HBO Max.
Oh, do they have like a play share like on Netflix? How you
Nah,
can
but
like
I
watch
got-
for the group?
I got the password if you need it. You know.
No,
What we
we
doing?
got HBO Max, bro.
like a watch party.
It ain't exclusive to niggas in red yellow velvet shirts.
Oh man, she cracking on this man
Banana
for
Boy
his,
gang.
for his
We
Banana
got
Boy.
HBO Max over here.
for his yellow crush velvet.
Nothing is wrong.
You know
with
what?
that.
look nice
I gotta add one more song though. I gotta add one more song.
Good.
I gotta add it real quick. I forgot. I gotta add my boy Raheem Divine Love Connection. I gotta
Absolutely.
I gotta
I-
throw that joint on there.
Oh
you know
man,
what?
you make it. You see, you about to make me have to start drunk texting like a mofo.
Don't do it.
Don't do
I
it.
can't do it.
Save
Hey,
it.
Play the
hey,
song by
hey.
Summer
Matter of
Walker.
fact, delete all the Drake from your
Drake
phone
and
right
texting
now.
him,
Drake
Drake-
and driving.
You know who don't do it?
Not it.
You know who does it for me?
Who?
Dave Hollister make me like really go
Girl,
back.
I gotta go.
Man, Dave Hollister make me
Let
call
me just
you
say this
and
one
curse
thing.
you out or make
If
me
you
say,
like
look,
Dave Hollister,
I'm trying to get back.
If you like Dave Hollister, I want you to go to Turkey Leg Hood and
said
peep
Dave
out my
Hollister.
friend
She said,
who
who?
sings at Turkey Leg Hood. And he always does One Woman Man, and it's bomb.
That's Cam now.
Well,
Love
that's what's up. I mean, that's
Nah,
what's
Cam my everything.
up.
Ooh, there's a John Legend song with
That
Element
is
like
a
that.
beautiful way to
That
go.
is.
That
That is
shows
beautiful.
everything.
He
And
is.
that's
I
your
love
2
him.
cents.
What you got for me,
so
Cam?
much.
No, we gonna get out of here. One more song. I got to. Baby, do those things Dave Hollister. We just hey. Hey, we're gonna keep going. But no, man, let's get out of here. Let's get the outro going. We'll be back next week, y'all. We talking about black-owned businesses, so make sure you get with some this week. Outro, let's get it, Rufio.
Next year, I better have a boo.
On business. That's all I'm
manifesting it. Next year, I'm gonna have a boo.